Hello. Today marks my 100th day in isolation, my 100th day in quarantine, and my 100th day in shielding. And what a 100 days that have been. I've been here now since the 11th of March. I originally lived in a little place on my own, independently, in Killyclogher, but due to the pandemic and because of my rare disease, mucopolysaccharide orchid disease, I decided to relocate back to my parents' home temporarily along with my little brother. So temporarily I'm here 100 days. I'm thankful for it, but I'm somebody who craves the independence and somebody who craves getting out there, mixing with people, and I'm somebody who craves having a purpose and having something to do and not being able to do some of these things. It's been quite frustrating for me myself. But the one thing that I can say is that for once, everybody, and I mean everybody, is in the same boat. So I can't complain too much in that respect. But I just hope it gives a little insight to non-disabled people, just what the lives are like for people who are disabled, who can't leave their home. Just a little insight to see that this is what their day-to-day lives can be like, and in some cases is like. And hopefully that'll be a lesson that they'll carry forward in the future and be mindful whenever it comes to certain things. Now, one of the biggest impacts for me was the mental health. I was overwhelmed by everything at the beginning. I couldn't watch the news because it was just doom and gloom. It was just given the worst case scenario that everything was going to happen. Like, the way I saw it was that half my family and friends would succumb to this, quite possibly myself too. In fact, definitely myself. I just thought that this was the end road now. But thankfully, to date, it hasn't affected in a way that I know too badly. A couple of people I know have caught the virus, but thankfully had recovered. But I just wanted to say, touch on the mental health aspect, that this is something that's going to need to be looked at quite closely, because I know anecdotally, chatting to a few friends of mine, quite a few actually, they've been finding it quite difficult to deal with, and this is something that's going to impact on their lives and other people's lives in the future. So the health service, the health department, and the HSE need to really look into this and provide services and support for people as we begin to come out of isolation, and make sure that there is enough help for people that need the help. Now, as we are aware that coming July the 3rd, some of the restrictions have been lifted, so we'll be able to go back into shops, some shops again. We'll be able to go to the pub, we'll be able to go to the cafes and restaurants, and this is something I cannot wait for. However, I'm in a high category risk, so that's not something that I feel I can do at this stage. It's not something I feel I would be uncomfortable doing at this stage, and it's not something that I will do come March the 3rd. In fact, I will be postponing my isolation for a little bit longer till I monitor the news, find out what the risks are, whether this be at the end of summer or longer, who knows. But the reason is, because it's the same high risk category, that even though the restrictions are coming down, I feel a bit worried that as restrictions come down, complacency rises, so that people might get a little bit careless, thinking that the virus is gone, that they can touch objects in shops and touch objects in bars and places like that there and put them back again without proper sterilisation or cleaning, or even without gloves. And that's something that I cannot risk coming in contact with. As well as that, there some people might overlook the fact that they can hold on to the wheelchair, lean against it, or something like that there, and that could ultimately pass on the virus to my wheelchair, and I could put contact on it at a later date and catch it that way. It is something that I can't and won't risk at this stage, and I know many other people who are disabled feel the same as me and won't be coming out anytime soon. Now there's a lot of stuff being done by local governments and by Stormont to ensure that the country is ready again for when people start to come out, and making sure it's safe and make sure that the services and access to different sorts of things are available for people. But one thing that seems to be overlooked at and needs to be brought back to the forefront is people with disabilities. They need to be seen, they need to have their services looked at, and they need to be included to make sure that the future is inclusive for everybody. So people who are disabled, carers, need to be involved in this conversation, whether it's at local level government or councils or at the Stormont level, to ensure that our voices are heard. Now thankfully I'm a member of the Fermanagh District Council's Disability Advisory Group, so I have been working with them quite closely over the last few months, and indeed I've kept the lines of communication open. So we are getting some progress along that line. In fact, in recent weeks, one of the councillors, Emma McAleer, who's an independent, was able to inform us that due to the work that we had been doing, that he had been promoting the council as well on our behalf, that Omagh District Council, or Fermanagh Omagh District Council, will now be looking into providing permanent changing places facilities within the district. And one of the key places they're looking at is places like the Strillart Theatre. Now there is only one available in the Omagh area at the moment, and that's in the Omagh Hospital and Primary Care Complex, which is way out of the way for people who are in the town doing a bit of shopping, but it's great for people who are at the hospital. But hopefully we'll see more of that over the coming months and ahead. And plus of that as well, there are a lot of outdoor events that the council run. For example, the Bluegrass Festival at the Folk Park in Omagh. So the council have now committed that they will be providing temporary facilities that have fully compliant with changing places. So this will be mobile, that the council will be able to hire. So people with disabilities, people who are disabled, or whatever need, will now be able to attend these events in comfort, knowing that they'll be able to use the toilet facility, because at the end of the day it's against anybody's human rights that they have to get changed and fixed on the toilet floor, which can be dirty. People who are disabled deserve dignity and respect, and changing places will be able to provide that for them. Now I've also been involved with a lot of different talks as well. I've sort of been in discussions with the Equality Commission for Northern Ireland and the Northern Ireland Human Rights Commission with regard to the United Nations to ensure that their policies for people with disabilities are implemented and met here in the country. So I've been sort of working with the team monitoring that there, and we're sort of getting close to what people call the end game of setting up something proper, and that's something that I would hope to be involved with in the future to ensure that people who are disabled will be able to have a bit of accountability, that they can contact people and say that you're not meeting the standard for people who are disabled. So that's a bit of positive news that's coming out, and this is just shows you why people who are disabled need to have their voices heard, and I'm very thankful that a lot of places that I'm involved in now are starting to hear that message and getting people like myself and other people who are disabled involved. But this is something, as I said earlier in the video, needs to be done now, needs to be done yesterday in fact, because as we emerge from COVID and we start to see a new world and what it entails to deal with self-distancing and stuff like that, we need to be involved to ensure that not only is it okay for people who are non-disabled, but it's also an inclusive world for people who are disabled. So that's just my last 100 days. So I'd like to hear what your views are below. What are you doing to keep yourself sort of going through isolation? If you set your little self on the project, or if you find it hard to deal with and you need some help, drop us a little message below. We can signpost you or get you some of the help that hopefully is out there for you. And just remember, no matter what you're going through during that time, you're not alone. And I love you.